life, you know, to where I'm a mutt. I've been a mutt in music. You know what I'm saying? I've been a mutt in music. I've been a mutt in music. You know, people have said, yo, I fuck with crack. Crack make the biggest songs in the world. And you got some people be like, nah, man. And then, you know, same thing. Latino world, I've been reaching out since day one. The first reggaeton collaboration with hip hop was called Boricua Guerrero. And I got all the rappers on that shit. Rest in peace, Mexicano. But you know, I show love to everybody that show love to me. It's simple as that. Vacation is almost over. The good thing is, executive producer Azariah Milan, Cartagena, Lauren, I love you, baby. Lauren Rodinger. So the main thing is that the executive producer is back on location and she's back working. So she was on location, but on vacation. Now she's on location and back to work station. Shout out to Nasty Nas. He got that ill album. Shout out to Nasty Nas. He got that ill album. We going ultra black. And it's simple as that, man. I'm waiting for Spike to get on so we can talk about real shit going on, and it's never been scared to address any issue. Without further ado, we never false advertise. This is the biggest show in the game. The one, the only, the legendary, Brooklyn's own Mr. Spike Lee.
I want to say, first of all, a happy belated born day. I saw all those people that love you that came out and showing you the love that you deserve. You've been putting in work for decades. The boogie down.
Yo, yo,
Love you.
Spike, man.
Now, I'm honored to be a guest on your show. And Joe, you know what's up. You know, we live in a very crazy time now with this, as they say, that Rona, the 19. And we just, people, you got to wear your mask. It's not a myth. It's not a hoax. It is killing Americans. And people of color, brown and black, we are dying at a much higher rate than anybody else. And I think now we're at a point where everyone knows someone who has lost their life to this. And Joe, I don't want to, I'm gonna let you take over, but we gotta register to vote. Come on, people. This our lives depend on this. I don't hear no BS of your vote don't matter. That's some bullshit. This is going to be the most important presidential election in the history of this country, with the exception of maybe, when they got Abraham Lincoln got in there. But I'm glad to be in your show. You look good, man. It's so
Sexy,
good to
baby.
see you, man. You know I love you, man. I love you, Joe.
Yo, I love you too much, Spike, and welcome to the biggest show in the game, Spike.
Really, like Ed Sullivan, a big show.
This is a big show, though, Spike.
What
man.
are you drinking now? What are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking some Ciroc. I keep it ultra black. This Ciroc, some P. Diddy shit right here. I'm keeping it ultra black. Shout out to Valent.
I'm going Italian red, baby, tonight, baby. Italian red. Barolo. Some Barolo.
Spike, let me ask you a question, Spike. Did you get scared during COVID? Were you in fear for your own life since the corona came out?
No, but my wife Tanya, She was on our ass, the whole family. Gloves, mask, wash your hands. And I gotta admit, she was way up ahead of. I was like, nah, it ain't that. Nah. She kept telling me, and a lot of times, Joe, you know, sometimes we're late to listen what our wives tell us. Am I right or wrong?
Oh no, that's a fact. No, Spike, that's a fact. But I was on
Tanya,
early.
she was telling me a month ahead of time before the shit broke. She was like, I mean, she was on it.
And
And I was like, I was stupid. I'm gonna admit it.
You shot the movie Five Bloods.
Yeah.
In Asia. You
Yeah,
saw people with masks.
And we got it in Thailand and Vietnam.
But you saw people with masks. Because I used to see the Asian people with masks on the plane.
A minute. I mean, that's just
and think they crazy, but
exactly.
The joke was on us.
That's part of their culture. If you have a cough, a cold, no one has to tell you. You automatically wear a mask. And Joe, I'm just like you. Many times I saw that, I'm like, why are you wearing a mask? You know, we got to be open to other cultures because we don't know everything. We do not know everything. Everything revolves around the motherfucking United States of America. There are other cultures, other people know stuff, and we got to open our minds.
That's right. Spike, speaking of George Floyd, Aubrey and Breonna, and now Jacob Blake.
Oh, you had our brother, our attorney the other day.
Benjamin Crump.
He's doing his thing.
He's really doing this thing, Spike. And you've been on the forefront making these movies and speaking up for the people. But this man, you know, if I break down Benjamin Crump, a picture of him, I'll put equals courage.
Yeah.
Because he's always on the front line and he's always there bringing the noise and he's very intelligent.
Very.
Do you think anything's about to change right now with everything that's going on?
I say so. And this is why I say this, my brother. I'm 63 years old. So I was around for the 60s when shit was jumping off left and right. Civil rights movement, the Vietnam War, anti-war demonstrations, the women's movement. It was bananas back then. But with this, I've never seen young white together, sisters and brothers, all over the world, marching saying Black Lives Matter. Rome, I mean, Paris, London, everywhere in the world, people are marching, saying, chanting Black Lives Matter and kneeling. I've never seen this before. And that is what is giving me hope that horrific footage of the murder of King Floyd. And the other day, now we see brother Jacob Blake in Kenosha, Wisconsin, being shot in the back. Now he's paralyzed, and his 3 young sons are in the motherfucking car. Joe, let me ask you a question. Don't you think that if you're a cop and you see what's happening, don't you think it have a little more like, it's like they don't know what's happening. They're still shooting us left. They're still shooting us left and right in the back, unarmed.
In the back.
In the back. His 3 kids are in the back seat.
I always thought if you drive the car, the guy hits you in the back, he's in trouble. So if you're a cop and you shoot a guy in the back 7 times in front of his whole family, you're in trouble, right? Are you in trouble, Spike? Or
hey, if they look, we still having a sister in Louisville. What's happening with that, Brianna? Joe, we're at a point where this is really going to be the breaking point where this again. I don't want to sound like a broken record on your show, but we have to register to vote. Agent Orange, and we know we're talking. He got to go. He has to go.
Spike.
And,
It goes down.
and here's the thing, though. Last night was the first night of the Republican convention. I said I'm going to watch it one night, and them Negroes they had out there, them handkerchief Negroes.
I seen a video of that guy talking to the congressman or the senator. I seen a video of him, and my man Dre had the music he had. It's such a good old boy. You know that country shit? I almost reposted that shit. I said, yo, that's crazy. Yo, what's wrong with this guy? Don't got cousins. He don't got uncles. He don't got aunts. Like, who's advising this guy?
Well, you know, some people have always drank the Kool-Aid. And as Malcolm X said, you know, them house Negroes be saying, Mazza, we sick.
Fucking right. Oh, that's what Mazza, this guy is. That's what this guy, he's a good old boy. And, man, it's horrible.
And then the sister from Baltimore. I never seen her before. You seen her?
No, I didn't see her. I didn't even watch it.
Her from Baltimore. She was bugging.
Yeah, they sound mad, Spike. They sound real angry.
I don't know, but I'm just praying to God that there are no shenanigans.
Oh yeah.
Subterfuge.
You know, my father's from Cuba.
Skullduggery with the elections.
You know, my father's from Cuba.
Right.
And my father says, Agent Orange, this whole shit smell like dictatorship. I don't think he can get away with the shit in America, but my father tells me there's no way that election is going down regular. Like he's gonna protest it. It's gonna be some shit.
You know what Joe, you know what my great fear is that he loses the election but refuses to leave the White House.
That's what I'm saying. And let me ask you something, Spike. How would you feel if he won?
Well, if he wins, some of us has to be in us because we didn't come out to vote. Because we come out to vote and the numbers, no matter how much they try to mess with the vote, it can't be disputed. But if it's like a slim number, like go either way, that's when them dirty tricks can come to play. So it is imperative to everyone.
You revolutionists, as pro-black as it comes, you hear what the streets are saying. What's in it for us? Where's the reparations? Oh, I'm not doing it if I don't this and this and that. Like they talking that shit at an all-time high. No, like at an all-time high.
I know. Now, here's the thing, though, and I understand what people are saying. There's been a lot of promises broken, but if you love your children, if you want your children to grow up in a better world than what we live in, Agent Orange cannot get another 4 years. Let's take Joe. Let's take us. I'm 63. How old are you? You just turned.
I just turned 50.
You turned 50. You're a quarter century. I'm 63. Let's take the old heads out of the equation. Let's not be selfish. Let's think about our children. Their children. The world's gonna go on when we leave. When we leave, Joe, we leave the world in our physical sense to go to our spiritual essence. The world continues. And if you love your children, if you're a person of love, you want the world to be a better place than what you lived in.
Spike, let me ask you something. Do you think about death at all?
Oh yes. And this is the first, this corona and this joke on my mother's grave. I've never thought about dying until this year. Never.
I seen you work 20 hours a day. I seen you do shit only young people do. I said you was upstairs filming the shit in the club. You ran, you ran all the way downstairs. Spike, there was a piece of white tape in the corner of the stage. Oh, and you went, why y'all didn't see this? Only
Bro,
the
you
young guys
understand? I ran down from the balcony.
from the balcony, and I said, Spike, only the sharpest guy in the world can spot this. And I know you ain't never think about death, but this corona made it too real.
Yes. And I have to say this. This president is responsible for many of these people. We did not have the numbers. They didn't have to die. And as you know, Joe, we got hit hard in the brown and black communities.
Now,
We felt
in a
this hard
wicked
in
sense,
everybody. Go
Spike,
ahead.
in a conspiracy theory, wouldn't this be the ultimate disease that somebody would want to make? Which kills brown and black people, kills old people, kills people with underlying, everybody who costs the government money gets wiped out on this shit right here.
Hey, I would not. Hey, we saw what happened with Tuskegee experiment. And so, and what they've done to African American women and brown women too, with their making them, so they can't have pregnancies. So this country has a history of doing this, giving our Native American brothers and sisters blankets with smallpox. There is a history.
Oh